Okay, welcome to this next video. Today we're going to be talking about the idea of factors and multiples. Now we've got some learning goals, so the students will be able to solve problems involving comparison, addition and subtraction of integers. Okay, so we're back with that learning goal still, and what you're going to want to be able to do at the end of this video and exercises is that you'll be able to list the complete set of factors for a given integer and to be able to list the set of multiples for some given integer. Okay? Alright, so some factors to consider. Right. This idea of factors and being able to manipulate them quickly and easily is very important for your mathematics, your understanding of how patterns work, your manipulation of algebra sort of later on in your maths career. And one thing that we're looking at later in the year is this idea of something called factorization. Now, you might have seen before in the past something like 4x plus, let's just say 24 for the sake of it. Okay, that's just some expression, some statement. Now we can rewrite this in terms of its factors as 4 times x. That's a number 4 times some number x plus 4 times 6. And then this idea that there's a factor here of 4 and a factor here of 4. So that means we can bring that 4 out the front of a set of brackets and have x plus 6. And it's sort of sometimes a neater way of writing things, and a good way of being able to cancel stuff out, make things simpler for yourself later on in the end, and being able to travel between these two expressions from this one to this one and back is sort of something we'll look at when we get more into algebra. But factors play an important role in your understanding of mathematics. Okay, a couple of key ideas. This is a fairly quick video, this one. Right, so factors are numbers that divide exactly into a particular number. So for instance, the number, let's stay with that, 24. So 24, the factors of 24 are, so 6 divides exactly into 24. Okay, so does the number 4. So does the number 2, so does the number 12, so does the number 3, so does the number 8. Whoops, 8 doesn't start with a 1. 8, 1 and 24. Okay, so there's the factors of 24 there, 6, 4, 2, 12, 3, 8, 1 and 24. Now you'll notice that they sort of occur in pairs. So sometimes when you list out the factors of a number, it helps to be able to go, okay, 24, I can make that by 6 times 4, or 3 times 8, or 2 times 12, or 1 times 24. So that's a pretty easy way to go about it. Okay, sometimes it might help to go, well, 1 obviously goes into it, does 2 go into it, does 3 go into it, does 4 go into it, does 5 go into it. So be a bit systematic about going through it, but really it's another one of those annoying things really where the better you are at like times tables, quickly be able to recall those multiplication facts, the better you will be at manipulating factors and quickly sort of generating factors of a particular number. Okay, so that's one thing you might be able to ask to do in this sort of exercise, in this section, is to list factors of some particular number. Okay, multiples of a particular number. Let me just bold this one here. Okay, so multiples of a particular number are created when the number is multiplied by any other whole number. Okay, so for instance, you might be asked to list multiples of, let's go for 3. Okay, so list multiples of 3. So the way I probably would like you to think about this is adding up. Do ourselves a little line here, nicely. Okay, and we're going to start with 3 here because we're listing our multiples of 3, and this is going to be 3 times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5, times 6, times 7, times 8. And so we're doing up ourselves like a little mini multiplication table. Okay, so 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2, let's do this in different colours. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Okay, and so that's a good way of listing out your multiples, making sure you don't miss anything is just sort of by going about it nice and logically, doing out a table for yourself. And so obviously if you're asked to list them, it might be a good idea to then just go, okay, so they are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So it might say list the first 8 multiples of 3. Okay, and there they are. Okay, so let's just write that in here. List first 8 multiples of 3. Okay, so factors and multiples, very important. Factors more so than multiples, and it'll be a really good thing for you to get to wrap your mind around and start to get used to the idea of being able to quickly recall them, quickly list them out. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that video, and look forward to seeing you at school to be able to go through those exercises. Thanks.